Okay, your voice is amazing. It's so warm and rich, and the tone is beautiful. Do you do anything special, or have you done anything special throughout the years to keep your voice strong? And that's another thing, your voice is very strong, and that's great range going on.
Well, it was for doing all those maybe. I kind of saved it, you know what I mean? I didn't really use it as much. But no, I do. I'm a great believer in learning. My mother, as I mentioned, could not read and write, and her biggest thing was for me, or one of her children, to go to college and to really get an education. This was what she always said to us. So, as Pam said earlier in the introduction, I went back to NYU and got my associate's degree in 2001. I graduated. But I love to study. I'm actually studying acting now. I'm always taking voice lessons, and I believe that if you're in the business or whatever you're in, and we discussed this last night, you got to enjoy it.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You have the third act too. But you know, I love to study, and yes, I do study for my voice. I do yoga.
Yes,
I love that.
Gluten-free. I'll tell you that from dinner last night.
So I think that whatever you do, you should learn everything you can about that craft. And so for me, I continuously take voice lessons.
And she eats very clean, I'll tell you that right now. She's very careful about that. She takes good care. Let me tell you what this woman is about to do. She goes to Branson pretty soon. She's going to do 3 shows there. Now listen to what she's going to do. After the 3rd show in Branson, she is flying to England, to Manchester, Birmingham. The day she arrives, she goes into rehearsals, and the next day, she has a pickup band, not taking her own orchestra, a pickup band, so they have to kind of learn her cues and learn the deal right. The next day, she's performing at Wembley.
Wow.
That's who this woman is. And you know how it is. The first day, you're like, if I could just stay awake till 6 o'clock, this is killing me. To go in rehearsals with a band you've never worked with and then play, there's nothing bigger than Wembley. How do you do that?
Well, I enjoy doing what I do, and I don't know about you here. And I tell this to when I do lectures at universities and all, like, guys, whatever career you choose, make sure you're going in it because you enjoy it, you love it. Because you're going to have to work hard. Not all of us are born rich or royalty like in England there. So you might as well enjoy what you do, because if you're going to work hard, you might as well work hard at something you enjoy. And that's why I do what I do, because I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't doing this. Not that I could do whatever I choose, but I enjoy it so much. This is all, I was blessed to be doing what I want to do in life and make money. No, it's not always easy, but it's always fun. It's always fun.
I hear you, because I have no marketable skills. I don't know if I was
You're funny!
I'm funny, but I just had my seatbelt pulled.
When one door closes, another one opens.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. What would you like to ask me?
Mary, you said something, can you hear me?
Okay, you said something about the ability to bounce back during your speech from adversity. And I was just wondering, it sounds like your mother was a great influence in your life. What advice would you give parents of children today about how to bounce back and see failure as a positive?
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to ask, and I think that's exactly what we're missing in life today. And I say that because with my Aunt Ivy, who raised me, it may have sounded like she was horrible. She wasn't horrible. She just didn't want me to be like my mom. She wanted me to be better than my mom, I guess. And she was very strong with me. She was too strong with me, and it frightened me to death. And as I said, it's taken my entire life to get over that fear. So what I would say, especially to parents, is like, no, each child is different. Each person is different. You've got to approach them in a different way, teach them in a different way, allow them to be themselves. Don't try to change them or tell them you can't do anything. One thing I can say is no one ever told me that I could, but I had something in here that I think we all have, is that God center, that God spirit, that's what we have to listen to. So as parents, don't take that away from the children. Teach them how to believe in themselves and to that spirit inside. And I think that'll help a lot of children to become what they need. And tell them that they're perfect the way they are. But you do need to
She will, because I was very frightened of my father, and sometimes I think fear is a little good thing, because the other kids in my neighborhood, they were getting into a lot of trouble, and I would just think, and they'd say, come on, let's do this, and my father would beat the crap out of me, and he would. I mean, it's, you know, is that a good thing?
Well, it's how you bounce back.
Yeah.
It's how you can handle and bounce back.
And obviously, I was very, you know, I became a comedian with no more little skills, so that's how it affected. How about you, ma'am?
So your music has always transcended cultures and